Welcome back to American Coin Secrets. Before you scroll away, I want you to imagine something almost impossible. What if an ordinary-looking coin hiding inside an old coin box, forgotten drawer, or family collection wasn't ordinary at all? What if that tiny piece of metal had become one of the most talked-about collectibles among serious coin hunters? Today, we're counting down 3 ultra-rare coins that have captured the attention of collectors. And trust me, you do not want to miss the coin waiting at number 1. Here's the shocking part. Most people have seen coins that look almost identical, but only a handful know the tiny details that separate a common coin from a highly sought-after collectible. One small date, one overlooked design feature, one specific condition. That's all it can take to transform an ordinary coin into something collectors spend years searching for. Throughout this video, I'll reveal the fascinating history behind each coin, the hidden features that make experts stop and take a second look, why collectors continue chasing them, and the market values associated with the conditions we're discussing. The suspense only gets bigger as we move through the countdown because each coin has an incredible story that very few people know. If you're passionate about rare coins, hidden treasures, and amazing discoveries from around the world, you're in the right place. Subscribe to American Coin Secrets because we bring you fresh, rare coin discoveries and collector stories every single day. Now take a close look at your own collection, because today's first coin might surprise you more than you ever expected. First up, our countdown begins with a coin that many collectors outside the Middle East have overlooked for years: the 1987 Saudi Arabia 25 halalas. At first glance, it appears to be just another circulation coin. Its size isn't dramatic. Its design doesn't immediately scream rarity. In fact, most people would pass right by it without giving it a second thought. But experienced collectors know that appearances can be incredibly deceptive, and this coin has quietly earned a reputation that continues to attract attention in collector circles. The fascinating story of this coin begins during a period when Saudi Arabia was modernizing many aspects of its currency system. Every circulating coin represented more than simple purchasing power. It reflected the nation's economic growth, its cultural identity, and its commitment to producing durable coinage for everyday use. The 25 halalas denomination became a familiar part of daily transactions, passing through countless hands across the kingdom. Yet decades later, surviving examples in collectible condition have become increasingly difficult for specialists to locate. The 1987 issue is especially interesting because collectors carefully study its production period, preservation, and originality. Time has removed countless examples from circulation through wear, damage, cleaning, corrosion, and loss. That means finding an authentic specimen that still displays honest, natural detail is becoming more challenging as the years pass. For dedicated collectors, that challenge is exactly what creates excitement. The composition of this coin was designed to withstand years of circulation while maintaining its recognizable appearance. Its carefully manufactured metallic structure allowed it to survive daily use, but only a limited number escaped decades of heavy handling with attractive original surfaces. Every surviving example tells its own story. Every mark represents a journey through history. Every preserved detail adds another chapter to its remarkable survival. Now comes the part that keeps collectors searching through old collections. The beauty of this coin isn't found in flashy colors or oversized dimensions. Instead, its appeal lies in subtle details that experienced numismatists immediately recognize. The Arabic inscriptions, elegant calligraphy, carefully balanced design elements, and official national symbols combine to create a piece that represents an important era of Saudi Arabian coinage. Collectors often examine the sharpness of the lettering, the clarity of the design, the remaining original texture, and the overall eye appeal before deciding whether a particular example deserves a place in their collection. Condition plays an enormous role in collector demand. The fine condition discussed in this video represents a coin that has seen circulation but still preserves important design details. Honest wear is expected, yet the major elements remain visible and identifiable. For many collectors, originality is more desirable than a coin that has been harshly cleaned or altered. Natural aging often makes an authentic example more attractive than one with artificial brightness. Another reason this coin continues attracting attention is the growing worldwide interest in Middle Eastern numismatics. Collectors from different countries are expanding beyond traditional US and European coins and exploring historic issues from Saudi Arabia and neighboring regions. As interest spreads internationally, competition for desirable examples naturally becomes stronger. That growing attention has placed several Saudi Arabian coins firmly on the radar of advanced collectors. Imagine opening an old coin album inherited from a family member. Between dozens of ordinary coins sits this 1,987 Saudi Arabia 25 halalas, quietly waiting to be recognized. Most people would never realize its potential importance. They might return it to the album without another thought. But an informed collector knows that knowledge is often the greatest treasure in coin collecting. Sometimes, the biggest discoveries begin with the smallest details. For the condition we're discussing in this video, a genuine fine condition 1,987 Saudi Arabia 25 halalas. The associated market value is presented as $50. Collectors should remember that actual sale prices depend on authenticity, condition, provenance, and current market demand. So values can vary significantly between individual coins and real-world transactions. If you're fortunate enough to own one of these coins, resist the temptation to clean or polish it. Even gentle cleaning can permanently affect a coin's collectible appeal. Store it in a quality protective holder, avoid unnecessary handling, and if you believe your coin may be significant, consider having it authenticated by a reputable grading service before making any decisions. Proper preservation is one of the smartest investments a collector can make. The story of the 1,987 Saudi Arabia 25 halalas reminds us that remarkable collectibles aren't always the biggest or the flashiest. Sometimes history hides inside the smallest objects, waiting patiently for someone with the knowledge to recognize them. That's what makes coin collecting such an exciting journey. Every coin has a story, and every collection has the potential to reveal something extraordinary. If you enjoyed uncovering the secrets behind this fascinating coin, you're going to love what's coming next. The next entries in today's countdown become even more surprising, with histories, rarity, and collector demand that continue to amaze enthusiasts around the world. And don't forget to subscribe to American Coin Secrets, where we bring you fresh, rare coin stories, collecting knowledge, out of sea, and exciting discoveries every single day. Next up, after discovering the hidden story behind our first coin, we now move deeper into today's rare coin journey. The second coin on our list comes from a country with one of the most fascinating histories in the world. A land where ancient civilizations, powerful empires, and remarkable cultural traditions have existed for centuries. Today's coin is the 1,980 Afghanistan 5 Afghanis. At first glance, this coin may appear simple. It does not have the massive size that some collectors expect from valuable coins. It does not immediately reveal the incredible story hidden behind its surface. But this is exactly why experienced collectors always say, never judge a coin only by its appearance. Because sometimes the smallest pieces of metal can carry the biggest historical stories. The 1,980 Afghanistan 5 Afghanis represents an important chapter in Afghanistan's modern coinage history. During this period, Afghanistan was experiencing major political and social changes, and its currency reflected the identity and challenges of the nation. Coins produced during such historical moments often become more interesting to collectors because they are connected to specific eras that shaped a country's future. Every coin is a small piece of history, but some coins carry the weight of an entire generation. The 5 Afghanis denomination was created for everyday use, designed to circulate among ordinary people across Afghanistan. It traveled through markets, businesses, and communities, becoming part of daily life. Thousands of people may have held these coins without realizing that decades later, collectors would study them, preserve them, and search for examples that survived in collectible condition. The composition of this coin was carefully selected for durability. Like many circulation coins, it was created to withstand repeated handling while maintaining recognizable details. However, decades of circulation can dramatically reduce the number of surviving examples with clear designs and attractive surfaces. This is where the story becomes more interesting. A coin's journey does not end when it leaves the mint. Its real story begins after years of use. Some coins disappear completely, some become damaged, some are lost forever. But a small number survive, carrying their original identity into the future. The collectors who search for coins, like the 1980 Afghanistan 5 Afghanis, are not only looking for metal, they are searching for history. One of the most fascinating aspects of this coin is its design. The details reflect Afghanistan's national identity and traditional style of coin production. The inscriptions, symbols, and artistic elements represent the connection between currency and culture. Every engraved detail was carefully placed, creating a design that tells a story about the country and the era when it was produced. For collectors, these details matter. The sharpness of the lettering, the visibility of the main design elements, the condition of the surfaces, and the overall appearance can dramatically influence how a coin is viewed by specialists. Two coins from the same year can have completely different collector appeal, depending on how well they survived. And this is where the fine condition becomes extremely important. The coin we are discussing today is a fine condition example, meaning it shows evidence of circulation, but still maintains clear and recognizable design features. It represents a coin that has experienced real history while preserving enough detail to remain attractive to collectors. Many collectors appreciate coins in this condition because they show authenticity. They reveal the journey the coin has taken. The small marks and natural wear are reminders that this coin was once part of everyday life before becoming a collectible item. The rarity factor comes from survival. A coin can be produced in large numbers, but that does not mean every example survives decades later in collectible condition. Time removes countless coins from the collector market. Some are damaged, some are misplaced, and some are simply forgotten. As interest in world coins continues growing, collectors are looking beyond traditional markets and exploring historical currencies from countries with unique stories. Afghanistan's coins have gained attention because they represent a fascinating combination of history, culture, and scarcity. Imagine discovering an old collection stored away for years. Among the familiar coins, one small Afghanistan 5 Afghanis from 1980 appears. At first it seems ordinary, but after closer inspection, the date, design, and condition reveal that it may deserve a second look. This is the excitement of coin collecting. Knowledge creates discoveries. The value of a coin is not only determined by its appearance. Collectors consider authenticity, condition, rarity, historical importance, and market demand. These factors combine to create interest around certain coins and can make specific examples highly desirable. For the fine condition 1980 Afghanistan 5 Afghanis featured in this video, the reported market value is $62. Actual selling prices can vary depending on professional authentication, grading, buyer interest, and the circumstances of a specific transaction. If you believe you own a similar coin, one of the most important steps is preservation. Avoid cleaning it, avoid polishing it, and protect the original surface. A coin's natural condition is often one of its greatest assets. Collectors understand something important. Every rare coin has two values. One is the number attached to it in a marketplace. The other is the story it carries through time. The 1980 Afghanistan 5 Afghanis is a reminder that history can survive in the smallest objects. A simple coin can travel through decades, cross generations, and eventually become a fascinating collectible treasure for someone who understands what they are holding. But stay with us, because the final coin in today's countdown brings an even more surprising story. The next discovery has its own unique history, special characteristics, and collector attention that makes it impossible to ignore. This is why we continue exploring the hidden world of rare coins here on American Coin Secrets. We bring you fresh, rare coin stories, collector discoveries, and fascinating historical treasures every single day. Subscribe now, because the next coin could be the one that leaves you completely amazed. Next up, the final chapter of today's incredible rare coin journey has arrived. We have already uncovered two fascinating coins with stories hidden beneath their surfaces. But now we reach the last coin on our list, a coin connected to one of the world's oldest civilizations, a nation with thousands of years of history, culture, art, and tradition. This is the 2000 Iran 100 Rials coin. And before you decide that this small coin looks ordinary, remember one important rule that every serious collector knows: the most surprising treasures are often the ones people ignore. A coin does not need to be large to carry a powerful story. A coin does not need to shine like gold to attract collectors. Sometimes, the true importance of a coin is hidden inside its history, its survival, and the details that most people never notice. The 2000 Iran 100 rials coin comes from a fascinating period of modern Iranian coinage. During this era, coins were produced for everyday circulation, becoming part of daily life throughout the country. Millions of people may have handled these coins while buying goods, traveling through markets, or simply using them in ordinary transactions. But decades later, collectors began looking at these coins through a different lens. They were no longer just currency. They became historical objects. They became reminders of a specific time period. They became small pieces of Iran's modern story. The design of this coin reflects the identity and artistic traditions of Iran. The inscriptions, symbols, and carefully created details show the connection between national heritage and everyday currency. Iranian coins often combine practical use with cultural representation, allowing even a simple circulating coin to preserve a piece of the nation's identity. According to collector references, the 100 rials coin from this era belongs to Iran's Islamic Republic circulation coinage, with copper-nickel examples from the 1990s and early 2000s period. These coins feature Persian inscriptions and national imagery that connect them to Iran's modern monetary history. Numismatic. Now this is where the story becomes truly interesting. When collectors search for rare coins, they are not only searching for age, they are searching for survival, condition, uniqueness, and demand. A coin that once passed through thousands of hands can become much more fascinating when only a limited number remain in desirable collectible condition. Time is one of the greatest forces in coin collecting. Coins are lost. Coins are damaged. Coins are thrown away. Coins are forgotten. But the examples that survive create the excitement that drives collectors around the world. The composition of the 2000 Iran 100 rials coin was created for durability, allowing it to survive regular circulation. However, everyday use also means many examples experience scratches, wear, and surface damage over the years. Finding a specimen that maintains strong details and acceptable preservation becomes a much more interesting discovery for collectors. Numismatic. The fine condition example we are discussing today represents a coin that has lived a real life. It shows signs of circulation, but important design features remain visible. For many collectors, this type of coin tells the most authentic story because it shows evidence of its journey through history. Look closely at any collectible coin and you will discover something amazing. The numbers are not just numbers. The symbols are not just decorations. The markings are not just scratches. They are evidence of time. They are evidence that this small piece of metal traveled through a world completely different from today. One of the reasons collectors are attracted to international coins like this is because they provide a connection to places, cultures, and historical moments beyond their own borders. A collector in the United States can hold a coin from Iran and instantly connect with a different part of world history. That emotional connection is one of the strongest forces in collecting, because collecting is not only about ownership, it is about discovery. It is about learning. It is about preserving stories that could otherwise disappear. Now comes the moment many viewers have been waiting for. For the specific 2000 Iran 100 rials coin in fine condition described in this video, the market value figure provided is $32.00. As with all collectible coins, real transaction prices depend on factors such as authenticity, professional grading, preservation, rarity, and collector demand at the time of sale. If you discover a coin like this in your collection, remember that preservation is extremely important. Never polish or chemically clean a collectible coin. Original surfaces and natural aging are often valued by experienced collectors. Store it carefully and consider professional authentication if you believe it may have significant collectible importance. A collector's greatest advantage is knowledge. Many people see an old coin and see only a piece of metal. A collector sees history. A collector sees craftsmanship. A collector sees a story waiting to be discovered. The 2000 Iran 100 Rials coin represents the excitement of the hunt, the possibility that something overlooked could become something meaningful. It reminds us that every collection has hidden chapters, and every coin has a journey waiting to be uncovered. And that brings us to the end of today's countdown of ultra-interesting rare coins. From Saudi Arabia to Afghanistan and finally Iran, each coin showed us something important. The world of collecting is filled with unexpected stories. The smallest objects can sometimes create the biggest curiosity. This is why American Coin Secrets continues bringing you fresh, rare coin stories, collector discoveries, and fascinating historical treasures every single day. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to subscribe, because the next discovery could reveal another unbelievable chapter from the hidden world of rare coins. Remember, before you overlook an old coin sitting quietly in a collection, take a closer look. Because sometimes history is hiding right in the palm of your hand.